So good afternoon, Hiram. How are you today?
Good, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Okay. So Hiram, where are you from properly?
Ma'am, I'm from Shivli, Mumbai, Maharashtra.
Okay, you are from Mumbai. So tell me something interesting about you which is not mentioned in your CV.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm from sports background. Though I have mentioned I'm from Taekwondo background, but I don't practice it now. But to my maintain my health and fitness, I do workouts. I attend gym. It helps me to stay motivated. It helps me to stay motivated. I consider it my me time, as during that I cut myself from rest of the world for at least an hour a day. It helps me to motivation. Also, my builds my discipline. As in workout, we have to do same thing over a period of time.
Okay. Okay, great. So Hiram, what is the difference between TDS and TCS under GST law?
Okay, ma'am. So under GST law, TDS is TCS is to be deducted by the e-commerce operator. For TDS, there is specified person like government, state government, central government, local authority, and also society or board set up by the government. Also same. And for TDS, there is a transaction limit of 2,50,000. If transaction limit exceeds 2,50,000, then GST rate is of 2%. Whereas at TCS, there is GST rate of 1% on net supply, that is sales minus return.
Okay. Well, Abhi, just you said that the transaction value is more than 2,50,000. What is the meaning of this transaction value here?
Transaction value means supply value of supply under section 14. It includes all the taxes excluding CGST, SGST. I mean to say taxes under GST law. All the other expenses incurred by supplier on the behalf the recipient on the behalf of supplier, and all the incidental expenses of section
Okay.
14.
Okay. Suppose company wants to import a raw material for its production purpose, and company wants to take the benefit of any scheme of the foreign trade policy. What scheme would you like to suggest to the
So,
company?
okay, ma'am. If company wants to import capital goods, then there is a scheme of EPCG. If company wants to import raw materials and other products like that, so company has a scheme of advance authorization.
Okay. Only advance authorization? Is there any other
Ma'am,
scheme?
there is other scheme, DFI,
Okay.
duty free import.
Okay. Duty free import authorization.
Yes.
Okay, so Hiram, tell us about your failures in your life.
Okay, sir. Sir, I will say during in my sixth standard, as I said, I am from sports background. So there is an exam in our school, which is inter-school level of Homi Baba from science. So there was a clash. My state level championship was also on the same day, and that exam was also on the same day. I choose state level championship, and I lost. I was not able to secure a medal, and because of that, I lost. I have prepared for exam also well, but I did not able to appear it. And the biggest thing was when I came back to school, I had to face something from science
So
teacher.
what did you learn from this failure?
Sir, learned though I have not think I have made a bad decision of going that, but what I have learned, I give more emphasis on what my science teacher said after that. So it too hurt me a lot.
Hiram, tell me one thing. Do you really think that was a bad decision? What is bad in your decision? What
Sir, I
was
don't
bad
think
in your
I
decision?
made. I don't think I made bad decision. I think what bad was I give emphasis on what my science teacher said after me. That I choose my sports background over science exam. That I think I made mistake.
नहीं, so what was the main learning? You did not tell me about the learning. आपको ये situation से सीखने क्या मिला इस failure से?
सर सिचुएशन से तो मुझे हिंदी में पूछो सर आंसर बेटर आंसर इन हिंदी. ओके
Any which ways.
तो सर ये सिचुएशन से तो मुझे बेस्ट यही सीखा कि मुझे जो लगता है मैं वो करूंगा उस सिचुएशन में, भले ही मैं फेल हूँ बट मुझे एक्सपीरियंस मिला स्टेट लेवल का. एंड एग्जाम तो बाद में भी आएंगे सर, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि लास्ट एग्जाम है, आगे भी अपॉर्चुनिटी आते रहेगी.
Okay. And Hiram, tell me something interesting about you. कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग हमें बताइए कि जिससे हमें थोड़ा माहौल हमारा थोड़ा लाइट हो जाए. ऐसा कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग खुद के बारे में बताइए.
Sir, I am into recently I started getting more interest in current affairs especially geopolitics. I research about a lot, whether it is YouTube video or Google.
So tell me three major current affairs topic which are going on recently in the last 4-5 days.
Okay. Sir, one of the things which happened yesterday only, as we know, Indian students, specifically from medical background, are facing issues due to they are coming from Ukraine and they are not getting opportunity in India. Yesterday only, Russian President Vladimir Putin has also announced that he'll give some subsidy or some kind of support to Indian students from those who have came back from Ukraine so that they complete their education in Russia. So this was one of the things. So there is another thing about though this thing from past, but it came into news recently about the talk between the Vladimir Zelensky and Joe Biden. So there was a phone call leakage between. We can see that Joe Biden said that to Vladimir Zelensky to be more polite and be more thankful. As
Okay, and what other news?
okay.
Third.
Sir, can I get a second?
Anything related with finance? What you have read?
Yes, sir. India, the RBI has introduced the digital currency. So,
Is this a recent news?
sir, it got circulated in this week only. Though RBI is planning from past, but its implementation started in this week only.
Okay.
Okay, HERAMB. In your CV, one is extracurricular activities Thai Commando.
Yes, sir.
Is this game is listed in the Olympic?
Yes, sir. But India haven't participated that much level.
So who won the gold medal in the recent Olympic from this game?
Sir, actually there is a multiple weight category, so there won't be a one person. There is a criteria of weight category, so I won't be able to tell who.
Okay, and you won a belt certification.
Yes, sir, black belt.
Please tell more about this. When was the program? How will you win? Who was the opponent person?
Oh, sir, actually there is no such thing like opponent person. We have to give an exam. So I did completed it that during 4th and 5th standard in the between. So we have to give an exam. So for that there is a practical thing like we have to break the brick from our hand, and also we have to do a tiger. So it is a thing practical from Taekwondo perspective, and there is a demo thing also.
Okay, and in computer proficiency, you mentioned that you know the Tele ERP, Tele Prime.
Yes, sir.
So both are the software are the same, or is there any difference between these two softwares?
Sir, basically background is same, but in Tally ERP9 they have made some more changes, like we can access things more quickly. So they have added a special toggle on the top of the screen where we can switch from one switch to another, which was not there in Tally ERP earlier.
So what do you know about the SAP?
Sir, SAP is an ERP software. It integrates the activities of the organization entire into a one software, which was not done during the previous like ERP others.
So do you think that the SAP is not a good choice for the small organization?
Yes, sir. SAP is not a.
Why so?
Sir, for the cost involved in SAP is huge, and also for small enterprises there are better opportunities, like they can also complete their work in Tally only.
Okay, my last question is that in SAP, if you have any knowledge about working on SAP, then please tell me that there is a two concept. One is the cost center and one is the profit center. So give me the theoretical answer of these two terms. What is the difference between cost center and profit center?
Sir, I'll be able to give theoretical answer only, as I have practice in SAP.
Okay.
So cost center is the department of the organization to which cost is incurred. It can be a location, it can be a person, it can be an equipment in the organization to which cost is allocated. And a profit center is the organization which is into both cost and selling profit. It considers from the manufacturing of the product to the selling of the product. So it considers both cost and revenue of the organization.
Okay. And my next question is, in cost accounting, there is a one concept known as the EOQ, economic order quantity.
Yes.
Do you think that the Reliance industry, Tata, Genpack, those are who in the manufacturing concern. Do you think that EOQ concept is the realistic concept all companies have to apply, or they are applying these concepts?
No, sir. EOQ concepts have sir assumptions because of it won't be applicable in real world.
Okay, tell me 2-3 assumptions of EOQ concept.
Okay, sir. Sir, EOQ concept, there is a one thing of annual consumption or annual demand, which we
Okay.
have to assume in the beginning of the year, which won't be possible as there will be chances that during the year our demand may increase or something like that. About the ordering cost, in EOQ, it is assumed that ordering cost will remain same throughout the year. But this is also not practicable in real world. It's called, if we order more, there is chances that we may get discount on something. And carrying cost. In EOQ, it is assumed that carrying cost is always calculated on the average quantity, but in the real life also we won't be able to calculate the average if we are not aware of the what will be our actual.
Okay, excellent. Over to you, sir.
Hiram, in your career objectives, you mentioned that utilize my skills towards the growth of the organization.
Yes.
Which of your skills you think that will be beneficial for the organization, for our organization? Which of the skills?
Sir, I will tell my grasping technique. I am able to learn the new things very well and quickly.
Okay.
Another thing I will say, my visualization, as I am more into person who visualize things rather than getting into about the theoretical purpose. If I have to remember something or I have to implement something, first I visualize this in my mind. It can be anything which helps me to do the things practically.
Okay. And when you realized, when the first time you realized that you have ability to grasp the things immediately or quickly, tell me any of the incident when you felt that yes, this is my strength, which I can give to the organization.
Can I get a second to think?
Excuse me.
Can I get a second to think?
Yes, no problem.
Okay, sir. I'll be.
Yeah, sure. Please, sure.
So, sir, in my articleship, there was I have written we are using Tally and Tally Prime, but in the middle of the time there were a new software which was introduced. So my employer provided me opportunity to understand it, take the training, and should decide whether we should implement it or not. So the software was aid in accounting with the help of Excel rather than manual accounting. So I have took the training for just 1 week, and I was able to understand that this is not going to help the organization, and it was going to double the work.
Okay. In almost all the areas you worked in the GST, in income tax, in preparation of financial statements, which is the which area you would prefer more compared to other areas, like which you would like to choose in our company for your work profile?
Sir, I'm open to all. There's nothing like I have.
But any particular area where you feel that you are more good as compared to others?
No, sir, I'm good at everything.
So you also worked for the income tax, right? You filed the income tax return.
Yeah.
Okay. If we are filing the income tax return of trust,
Yes.
do we have any exemption available from the taxation for the income of the trust?
Yes, sir, there are exemptions for trust.
Okay. How much?
Sir, I'm not able to recall the exact amount, but there is a specified deduction of some percentage, and also there are two types of deduction.
Deductions?
No, sir, exemptions.
Okay.
I'm not able to recall the exact provision, but there are some.
Oh, no issues. Is this exemption available to all kind of the trust?
No, sir. There are also definition of the trust is given in the Income Tax Act.
Fine. So
about the
whatever
activities which trust should incur. Should be indulged in.
So if any trust is engaging in the activities mentioned in the Income Tax Act, only it will be treated as a trust, right?
Yes, sir.
And then only the exemption will be given.
Yes.
That means all the kind of trust are eligible for exemption in income tax if it is complying with the conditions of trust, right?
Yes, and if it has to file the return of the trust.
Okay. And which ROC compliances you made? Like
MGT 7 and AOC 4.
AOC 4. So you made the compliances for company only, not for LLP.
No, sir.
Okay. Have you filed DPT 3 form?
No, sir.
Only AOC and MGT 7.
Yes.
And what is the deadline for filing the MGT 7?
So MGT 7 has to be filed within 60 days from the date of annual general meeting.
Okay, fine. And you also have worked for the GST related works in e-commerce platform.
No, sir, not for e-commerce platform. The seller on e-commerce platform.
Okay, fine. Sorry. Sellers on e-commerce platform. So, is there any different mechanism for charging the GST by the e-commerce companies or for the sellers, for their sellers?
Yes, sir. If e-commerce, if any seller is selling goods through e-commerce operator, then the e-commerce operator have to deduct the TDS at the rate of 1%.
In addition to the GST amount?
Sir, e-commerce operator will not deduct the GST amount. It will just deduct TDS.
Okay. Ram.
So, Hiram, what is the concept of ISD under GST law?
So, ma'am, ISD can be an office or a person which receives the invoices from a supplier related to inward supplies of goods or services and distributes a credit to the persons having same PAN by issuing an ISD document.
Okay. If a company is getting event management services for its product launch, is ITC available on that?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. What is your long-term goal in your life?
Ma'am, as a fresher, I don't have experience. As sir also asked whether I have any want to experience any field or all. In the long term, I want to be in a specialization in a field where I would enjoy the most and I would happy to work in.
In terms of that, what is your mini goal?
Many goals. First, I will have to see which field I would enjoy the most.
You want to?
I will have to decide which field I can do specialization where I enjoy my work.
Okay. So,
Okay, Hirab, in CMA curriculum, there is one subject is known as the financial accounting. And in CMA final, there is one subject as the CFR, corporate CFR subject. So, can you please describe the difference between AS and Ind AS?
Sir, AS is applicable. When AS was introduced, it was thinking about with the only Indian environment, Indian economy. Index introduced by the government or specifically CA Institute IASB by complying the standards which are there in the international market, so that our financial statements will be comparable with the international market. So that was the basic difference. Disclosures and presentation in Index are way more than AS.
Okay. Let's suppose you are a manager of a company and you find that there is a material price variance is 2000 adverse. So how will you investigate and how will you find the reason behind adverse variance of 2000? Who is the person responsible for this variance?
So first of all, I'll have to talk to the purchase manager, as he is the person who is responsible for the purchasing goods, from which I would be able to understand what were the reasons, whether it is a missing purchase during sale, or not taking discount, or taking a credit which is adversely affecting the organization.
So
Like that.
do you think that if material price variance is 2000 adverse, then only is the purchase managerial response only that is the purchase manager responsible for that, or some other factor also may be considered?
Sir, price variance on the purchase manager, or he is the
So do you think the price variance is the wholly controlled by the purchase manager?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hiram, I would like to ask you two questions. What is the meaning of your name? What is the meaning of your name? What is the meaning of Hiram?
Sir, it is the name of Lord Ganesha.
Okay. Second, do you think that you're good in tackling the unforeseen circumstances? Like if any unforeseen circumstances comes into an existence, so how do you think that you will be able to deal with this?
Yes, sir, I'll be able to deal with it.
Any kind of the situation?
Okay. Sir, COVID scenario only.
I'm asking that. Do you think that you will be able to tackle all the situations, all the circumstances, like any unforeseen circumstances which you never expected?
Yes, sir. Whenever possible, there will be experienced person also within the organization. I'll talk to them to take any guidance.
And if it is not related to the work profile, then?
Sir, in my personal life also, there are persons who are experienced, and my mother, my relatives also, I'll talk with them, who are more matured than me.
just imagine one of the female colleague of yours has put a charge on you for some kind of abuse. Okay, so how will you deal with this situation?
So I'll just talk with the management. The whatever happened, I'll tell them the real thing. And
And
also,
management is not ready to listen you. Management relying on that girl only.
sir, I'll have to talk to that girl also. So why she is doing that? What was the reason? And also, if I have not done, but she would have thought that I am doing something with that perspective, though I am not doing with that. So there may be some misunderstanding also. So I'll try to
And
clear
still,
it.
if nothing is working, then how will you deal with this?
Sir, then I think my self-respect is more important.
Hmm.
I'd have
So,
to take a step which will,
which kind of the step? Which step?
sir, if it is not legal
Like
thing,
leaving the
then
job.
sir, that will be the extreme situation. That won't be
Okay.
my first step.
Okay.
Okay, so Hiram, this is a pen holder. Okay, so tell me 5 uses or maybe 3 uses apart from the normal use what a pen holder has.
We can use that as a paperweight.
Hmm.
If it is a circle or square, we can use it to draw that.
Hmm.
And if I didn't saw it whether it is transparent. If it is transparent, we can put the light in it and it can be seen.
But it's not transparent. Hmm.
Okay, sir. In that case,
It's of marble.
sir, we can use it as showpiece also. Instead of taking putting pen in it, we can put the flowers in it and it can be seen as a flower pot.
Very good. So assume that we are Prism Johnson. Okay. So tell us something about the company and about who is our owners and what is the background of the company.
So, sir, Prism Johnson is a company engaged in mostly cement work contract. Sir, at this point, I won't.
That's it?
This much.
Who are the directors?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
Assume we are EY. What all things we are into?
Sir, EY is into multiple things, whether it is a audit, consultancy, software, like they also provide the software. So there is a multiple things.
Who are the big 4 companies?
EY, ENY, KPMG, Deloitte, and sir, I'm not able to.
Okay. So any question from the rest panel?
ठीक है.
फीडबैक दे दें आप.
Okay, thank you हिरम.
Thank you, sir.
हाँ जी. तो हाँ आप लोग पहले बोलिए.
So Hiram, from my side, you were excellent. Like the voice space, the confidence, the technical. एक ISD में ISD, I was not expecting you will make a mistake. ISD input and input service का credit distribute नहीं करता ना. You word use goods and services. It is only for the distributing of the credit of the input services. I think you know, but जब आप flow में बोले तो शायद आपने skip किया. तो you use the word goods or services. It is only for the services. Okay. Rest of the things like from my side, it's a very good. Technical में थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है, but you tried your best. Excellent. Good one.
Hiram, you performed very well, very nice. Your performance was good, and your confidence was good. I liked your confidence, the way you replied. But one thing I would like to suggest you is that keep the flow of your answer little slow. The flow of answer is very fast, right? Sometimes it happens that you like speak in such a fluency that you don't know what you are speaking. Sometimes it happens, like it doesn't happen at this time, but maybe possible that later on when a question has been asked from you, so you may give a wrong reply. So keep your pace little slow. That's it from my side. Rest all the things were good. Your
Sir, I
confidence was
should
good.
talk slowly, right?
No, you should speak
slowly.
little slow. Like keep the flow of your speaking little slow. Rest all the things are good. Your confidence level was quite nice. I liked it. Right. So keep it up. Good.
So Hiram, sir asked you about something similar to your strengths. Okay.
Okay.
जहाँ पे सर ने दिलीप सर ने कुछ क्वेश्चन आपको पूछा था. So you had to talk about your strengths at that point of time. और उस पे हमने बात करी हुई है कि आपको substantial evidence साथ में देना है. We have discussed this in stretch. और आपने कोई भी evidence साथ में नहीं दिया, even आपने उसके लिए time लिया. मुझे
सर,
याद नहीं, सर ने कुछ अलग वे में वो क्वेश्चन पूछा था, एग्जैक्टली स्ट्रेंथ्स वर्ड यूज नहीं किया, बट वही
नहीं।
क्वेश्चन सेम था, उसमें आपको
इन्होंने-
आपकी स्ट्रेंथ के बारे में बात करनी थी, सिंपल था। तो वहां आप एक मिस्टेक करी है आपने। बाकी प्रिज्म जॉनसन के बारे में, अभी कंपनीज के बारे में सारी
कंपनीज के
जानकारी
बारे
कर
में
लीजिए,
यू मस्ट
Yes,
नो,
sir.
है
राइट?
ना। EY, बिग फोर,
अभी
PwC,
Yes.
है ना। तो ये तो आपको आना चाहिए, फोर्थ कंपनी। ठीक है, बाकी ओवरऑल वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट मेरे एंड से। तो तुम सिलेक्ट, जो कंपनी में तुम चाहोगे तो उसमें तुम सिलेक्ट हो जाओगे।
राइट।
Thank you, sir.
तो
Okay, Hira, from my side, communication skill 10 out of 10, confidence 10 out of 10, कंटेंट वाइज 9 आउट ऑफ 10। 1 मार्क्स मैंने इसलिए कट कर लिया है क्योंकि आपने जितने भी आंसर दिए वो सही थे। एक जिसका आंसर आपको नहीं आता उसमें भी आप आंसर दे रहे हैं गलत। तो बस फ्रॉम माई साइड देयर इज ओनली वन सजेशन, जिसका आंसर आपको नहीं आता है, फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग, सॉरी सर, आई डोंट हैव एन आइडिया अबाउट दिस। जैसे मैंने आपका मेटेरियल प्राइस वेरिएंस का पूछा, तो उसमें 2 होंगे, कंट्रोलेबल, अनकंट्रोलेबल। कंट्रोलेबल है वो परचेज मैनेजर के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल होगा, अनकंट्रोलेबल मतलब प्राइस इन्फ्लेट हो गया ड्यू टू इन्फ्लेशन इन द मार्केट, तो उसके लिए परचेज मैनेजर रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं होगा। तो जिसके लिए आपको जानकारी नहीं हो तो डोंट ट्राई टू गैस, अब इंटरव्यू में गैस ना मारें, पता है तो बता दें, नहीं पता है तो उसको ब्लैंक छोड़ के सॉरी सर आई डोंट हैव एन आइडिया, बस दिस इज फ्रॉम माय साइड। बाकी आपका श्योर सिलेक्शन है डेफिनेटली, जिस भी कंपनी में जाएंगे, सर ने बोल दिया है, कांग्रेचुलेशंस, आप जिसमें भी जाएंगे श्योर सिलेक्शन आपका होगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you.
हिरम, if in the 2 days, if PSUs, अगर आप बोल रहे PSUs आ रही है पर शॉर्टलिस्टिंग नहीं आई है, if PSUs आती हैं then आप PSUs के इंटरव्यू में बैठिएगा, आपका सिलेक्शन हो जाएगा। आपका कंटेंट बहुत अच्छा है, जैसे अभी सर ने कहा नहीं आता है तो यू कैन से आई डोंट हैव एनी आइडिया, और यू कैन से आई एम नॉट एबल टू रिकलेक्ट एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, सो आई एम सॉरी फॉर दैट, ऐसा करके आप पास ऑन कर सकते हैं। बट अगर PSU आती है तो PSU में जाइए, अगर पैकेज अच्छा चाहिए टबैको में जाइए, एथिकली अगर आपको सूट लगता है।
मैम मैंने यही आंसर पहले सोचा था, आई एम नॉट एबल टू रिकलेक्ट, बट दिल्ली कैंपस में ना मतलब कुछ सिचुएशन में हुआ, जो बच्चे बोले ना आई एम नॉट एबल टू रिकलेक्ट, उन्होंने बोला टेक योर टाइम, और फिर उधर उनको सोचने के लिए बोल दिया। अभी
फिर गैस लगाओ तो।
हाँ, फिर तो सोचना ही है, फिर तो चॉइस ही नहीं है, बोले ओके लेट मी थिंक, फिर जवाब दो, फिर जो सही होगा या गलत होगा, ठीक है। बट यू आर डूइंग एक्सीलेंट, वेरी नाइस।
ओके, थैंक यू।
ओके,
थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, Hiram.
थैंक यू। शैल आई लीव?
हाँ, यू मे लीव।
यू कैन। कौन है नेक्स्ट बच्चा?
Shubham Mehta.
शुभम।